Love and light, brothers and sisters. So when we look at the left-hand path, that encompasses a large group of people. A lot of people would identify themselves as following the left-hand path or the crooked way. So some of the people that associate that are what we call pagans or witches, and some of this is due to the quite right association of the feminine and being with the negative force and the attractive force, the feminine association with the world, with the natural world, with matter. But on the other hand, we also have groups like Aleister Crowley's groups and the Order of the Golden Dawn, ceremonial magic groups, the Rosicrucians, the Illuminati, several different groups with many different purposes, all of them being opposed to the Christ or, contemporary fundamental views of God and the light, okay? So this can be a kind of confusing, and this is partly because what's being confused here is the mother aspect versus the dark mother, or another way would be to say the mother attributes versus the Ahrimanic attributes, or versus, so the same attributes that seek the wilderness and nature and spontaneity and creativity, and fight against control and seek freedom, all that can also be the bringers of chaos and those who only seek the gratification of the senses. Again, this is to be distinguished from the Luciferic impulse, which is only to glorify the mind over the heart. The Ahrimanic impulse is to glorify the senses and what can be seen and known with the mind and experience, over anything spiritual and any other considerations except self-gratification. A little bit less confusing, I think. It's more effective to go with the terms service to self and service to others. See, because if in fact you follow pagan traditions, but your heart is filled with love and compassion, then you're going to be walking in the light and not the darkness. And again, I mean darkness here as far as division, separation, not the darkness of space. So I mean darkness as far as a negative connotation here, evil, suffering. However, though, if we look at the vast body of spells and rituals that we find in the left-hand path, the vast majority of them are in fact for service to self, for self-glorification, for self-gain, as opposed to seeking contact with powers for growth, for evolution, for the growth of all, as opposed to seeking growth for the service you can do to others, for the whole collective. So that is what's really important, is where are you moving from? What is your intent? If you are moving from love, if you are seeking to help all, if you hold compassion foremost in your heart and mind, then you are following the right-hand path. No matter what rituals you are in alignment with the Christ. Now, a lot of the left-hand path a lot of those who follow the left-hand path have rejected the Christ, and because of associations with the patriarchy and not the Christ itself, because of corruptions that have been taught in the religions, and not with the Christ collective, the Christ energy, the Christ light and love itself. So whatever rituals you ascribe to, even whatever gods you call, what really matters is your intent and your heart and your vibration. So love and compassion need to be held foremost. If your religion or practice is mainly concerned with your own personal power and gaining financial gain, or gaining power over others, or even gaining insight that can be used or is only for the glorification of the ego, then this is the left-hand path. and it will lead you eventually into darker and darker and more separative places, which, you know, it is a crooked way, to be sure.